want to speak about the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room in moving so many of the discussions that have been held today, and certainly in succeeding in IMEC, is seeing how we can help resolve the Israeli-Palestinian, the Israeli-Arab conflict. And IMEC can play a critical role in doing that. And we propose to do that as Israelis, Palestinians, and Jordanians, because that's what EcoPeace is. I have a Palestinian co-director in Ramallah, a Jordanian co-director in Amman, with 60 staff, 20 in Israel, 20 in Palestine, 20 in Jordan, focusing on how we can use the environment, but not only the environment, the economy and security, in order to build peace. And hence the concept of the peace triangle is transformative, because it's coming and saying that Palestinians need to see how they can live with dignity in their own state. It's coming and saying that Israelis need to see how they can live in security in the Jewish state. And Jordanians need to see how they're going to live in prosperity with the rest of the region. And the peace triangle concept helps each of our people see the future. Unfortunately, our leaders at the present are not providing us with the vision of the day after that enables our peoples to see themselves living in dignity, security, and economic prosperity. IMEC, with the Peace Triangle edition, presents that opportunity, but not only in concept, but in real project. And we're proposing 3 catalytic projects. The 2 of them are not our ideas. They're part of the IMEC idea. They're part of other ideas. One, of course, as Gerard mentioned, is the railway. And the railway is already largely built from the Saudi border with the Emirates all the way to the Saudi border with Jordan. It's built there clearly. There's nothing on the Saudi-Jordan border. It's built to head to the Mediterranean. And we say extending that railway through Jordan to Haifa is brilliant, but it's not good enough. We need to see, and we propose, that Jordan be a hub. And as the enlarged map shows, a second line also going to Gaza, so that Gaza port, like Haifa port, can enjoy the type of prosperity that is envisioned for dignity for Israelis and Palestinians. And there, we welcome Adani to build the port, or the Saudis, or the Emiratis. And by doing so, the project becomes catalytic, because it doesn't just meet Palestinian dignity needs of prosperity in their own state, but it also helps meet Israel's security needs of living in its Jewish state. Because as soon as the economies of India and the Gulf and Saudi and Europe become dependent on the railway, on the corridor through Haifa, but also on the corridor through Palestine, the West Bank, and Gaza, then it's no longer just an Israeli-Palestinian interest for stability and security. It's the interest of all of our neighbors, of all of our partners in this IMEC corridor. So the corridor becomes transformative when we see how Palestinians, Israelis, and Jordanians benefit. Similarly, another transformative idea, not our idea, of the Middle East, and particularly the Neom area, South Jordan, Neom of Saudi Arabia, southern Jordan deserts, and the Sinai of Egypt, producing large-scale renewables through sun, through sea, through production of green hydrogen, And a study that we were involved with Tel Aviv University shows that this area can supply 30% of the energy, of the electricity needs of the eastern side of Europe, from Greece to Germany. And therefore, it clearly meets also Europe's needs of meeting its climate, European green targets, but it also helps Europe to remove itself from a dependency on Russian gas. And in this concept, again, we see in the red lines important developments. Europe is already connecting its electricity grid from Greece to Crete, to Cyprus and onto Haifa. And there are plans from Cyprus or Crete also to Egypt. And we say, great, but not good enough. We need to see the infrastructure that Adani is talking about, that Gerard is talking about, also to go through the West Bank and Gaza, to go through Palestine. Again, so that we can show Palestinians how their state can live in dignity, and how the rebuilding of Gaza in the day after will not be dependent just on donor funds, but will be led by public-private partnership because of the prosperity that a railway with a port, a export and provision of cheap energy through our three countries can provide our region. And again, through that investment, and it's billions of dollars of investment that also go through Gaza, means that there's increased security